It's interesting to know that people want to invest, but most times they don't know where to invest. Where do I put in my money to ensure that I make money? How do I earn passive income? How do I multiply my money? How do I have a form of security on my money against inflation and devaluation of currency and all of that? Today, I'm going to be showing you 5 places where you can invest in 2024 with guaranteed profit and minimal risk. And the amazing thing is, you can start with as small as any amount that you can imagine. Come with me. My name is Oyedele and you're welcome to my YouTube channel where we talk about faith, family and finance. If you haven't seen my videos about the rules of investment, I would advise you go back to my previous video and watch the rules of investment. Today, I'm going to be telling you 5 places where you can invest your money in 2024 with minimum risk, guaranteed profit and with security. All right, so stay with me. Number 1, the first place you want to consider if you want to invest in 2024 is the stock market. The stock market is a big market. All publicly traded companies are listed on the stock exchange market. And that gives you an opportunity of ownership because stocks gives you an equity stakes in a company. You become a part owner. So when you buy Nvidia stocks or you buy Apple stocks, you become a part owner of that company. That's what stocks are for. And sometimes people want to ask, how do I really make money in the stock market? When you invest in a stock market, you are saying, I'm a part owner of this company. As the company grows, the value of your stocks grows. That's the first way you make money. The second way you make money in the stock market is through dividend. Dividends are like profit payouts. So when the company has traded and they have made profit, they share the profit among all of the investors. And you, as an equity shareholder, you know that yes, when this money is shared, when whatever is shared as a profit, you have a portion of that. That profit to you as an investor is what we call dividend. So you make money in stocks market through 2 ways. First is through the growth, the valuation of the company, and the second is through dividend. So number 2, especially if you are new in the market and you're a beginner investor, you want to look for a safe place where you can put your money, number 2 is definitely for you. You can invest in mutual funds and ETFs. ETFs are exchange traded funds. And what does that mean? When you invest in stocks, in a single company stocks, what happens is if business go bad, you have a higher chance of losing your money in case the business didn't go as you envisage. So you have a higher chance of losing your money. But in ETFs gives you like basket of companies. With basket of companies, you're sure that you have a higher security than investing in an individual company. So ETFs gives you that opportunity to invest, make a singular investment, but that singular investment is diversified into different companies. Take the S&P 500 for examples. You are investing in the top 500 companies in the United States, and that means your diversification is a protection, a security. You know, in the other video we say diversification is important. So ETFs gives you opportunity to have lower risk of investment. ETFs gives you security, and ETFs gives you diverse portfolio of investment. Another type of ETFs is maybe you want to consider S&P 500, Invesco, QQQ. You want to also consider the Vanguard S&P, the VOO Vanguard S&P 500. Those are good ETFs. And historically, ETFs will give you minimum 10% per annum. And that is good. And that is even aside dividend payout and all of that. So you get money as the company grows and you also get some dividend, which is a good place to start. Number 3, a lot of people are probably not aware of it, but it's something you also should consider. They call REITs, Real Estate Investment Trust. Now, when you hear real estate, people think of landed properties, physical properties. But listen, in 2024, things have changed. REITs are real estate companies. They're companies that gives you opportunity to invest in, assets, real estate assets and real estate asset classes. Now, a good example of that is Simon. A good example is Prologues. Those companies that you see have like stores and all of that, sometimes the stores do not belong to them. The store belongs to another company. The hotels, people go for different vacations. Some hotels are listed as real estate investment, as part of real estate investment trust. And you want to consider that. You see, why the REITs is not really like a trendy kind of stocks. At the same time, they gives you good dividend because the government require that real estate investment trust pay out 90% of their profit to their investors. That means they're not paying a lot of taxes, but the profit they pay out is really tangible. So if you're considering REIT, you're focused on, I just want to make a dividend. Your focus is, I want dividend, I want a profit. REIT might be a good place to consider. It's gonna be a stock that is moving, a sideways movement, not like an uptrend movement like other individual stocks, but their dividend payout is really great. That's another thing you want to consider. REIT, real estate investment trusts, they're really good. It's another kind of stocks, but you should consider it. Now let's move to number 4. So number 4 is kind of popular and a bit traditional. Number 4 place you want to consider to invest in 2024 is bonds. Bonds are debt securities. It's like you borrowing the government's money, and the government is saying, if you borrow me this amount of money, at the end of the year, I'm going to pay you back with this certain amount of interest. And they are sure going to pay you. So you want to consider the debt security as another kind of investment. Consider bonds like when you go to the bank to take a loan and the bank is saying you're going to be paying this loan back with 8.5% APR. You pay back the principal with additional 8.5%. That's what it means. So bonds also gives you that kind of opportunity. You borrow the government, you borrow an institution money, and they're paying you back with some interest. It's another good investment. The security on bonds is really good because you're sure that, yes, I'm not going to lose my money. Most people don't want to lose their money, and that's why bonds might also be a good place for you. All right, so let's go to number 5. Number 5, before I say number 5 is for high risk individual, people who are high risk investors. All right. And also people who are long-term investors. So if you're a short-term investor or you're a medium risk or a low risk investor, number 5 is not for you. And number 5 also require a bit of education. You need to understand the market and all of that. Number 5, you can invest in cryptocurrencies. I know a lot of people have been talking about it, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and all of that. Those are also good places where you want to invest your money. However, because of the volatility of the market, cryptocurrency is a high risk investment. So before you go into cryptocurrency, you want to sit down and have education about it. So if you're a beginner investor, you're trying to put in 1 foot to test the water. You're trying to, I don't want to dip my 2 feet into investment. Let me dip 1 foot first. Cryptocurrency is definitely not for you. Cryptocurrency, the market is volatile. The yield is good. The profit is huge. Remember the risk to reward principle. The higher the risk, the higher the return. And the lower the risk, the lower the return. But if you are starting out in investment, don't consider cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is for people who are well-learned, well-educated about the investment. So in summary, these are 5 places you can invest in 2024. Number 1, you want to invest in the stock market, individual stocks. Number 2, you want to invest in mutual funds and ETFs. Those are baskets of companies. Number 3, you want to invest in REITs, real estate investment trusts. They pay out great dividends. Number 4, you want to invest in bonds. Those are debt securities. Don't forget. Number 5, you want to invest in cryptocurrency. That is high risk. If you're a beginner investor, that is definitely not for you. Okay? I'll see you in my next video. Do not forget, drop a comment, like, share this video with a friend, share with people you know who needs it, who need to hear more and know more about investment. And hope until my next video, I'll see you again. Stay blessed and make more money.